So they released a preview of absolutely all of the character themes for Guilty Gear Strive. And God, June 11th can't come fast enough. We are absolutely doing a release stream. I am heavily considering just going out to grab the game and then streaming immediately afterwards. That's how excited for Guilty Gear Strive I am. Also, since we're on the road to Strive, we gotta actually finish these by the time Strive comes out. So I'm going to be, like, really putting the pedal to the metal on the arcade modes. I think we're going to do a couple of them before we go into, like, actual story, just so that we can get through them. So let's fucking go. If I remember correctly, we've done up to Answer. So let's do Slayer. And yeah, we'll do Slayer, Melia, and Venom, and then we'll do an episode of Story. Sound good? Good. I could probably make these faster by just choosing stylish mode. But I ain't into that. I played SNK heroines. I know what it means to have really unintuitive combat. God. Oh, jeez. I'm glad you can make it, though, Justifies. I completely get you, though. I have two-factor authentication, and I always forget where I put the authenticator app on my phone. I'm also really fucking excited for Strive because Nago Ryuki, his voice actor, knows me, so... Oof. That reminds me, I need to do, like, a Windows fresh start on my crappy laptop because it's lagging super hard in all areas. And when you do a fresh start, it basically, like, reinstalls Windows without deleting your shit, except for, like, apps and stuff. So, like, your files are fine, but you have to reinstall everything. But everything runs so much faster if you do that. Also, I'll do an early stream reminder and an after stream reminder. But I believe Friday around 8 PST, so around this time, we're gonna go watch Kamen Rider Geo on the Discord. I mean, not Geo, 01. God, we're not watching Geo. I'm not subjecting people who haven't watched Kamen Rider to Geo as their first one. But 01's a good start. Oh, it'd be crazy if they made a Revelator dub track. And yeah, I mean, in my opinion, like, it's whatever voice cast I hear first is probably the one that I'm gonna stick with, right? You know, I'm not gonna start watching something subbed and then once the dub comes out, I'm like, I guess I'll just watch the dub now. Like, I kind of have to stick with it whenever I start. Also, you know, that's fair, Justifies. Sin's great. Sin's a friend. Yeah, because I watched Kill la Kill as it was airing. And then the dub came out, and it's a really good dub. But, you know, I kind of see Ryuko and Mako and the gang as you know, their Japanese voices. So, even though I love Christine Marie Cablanos, unfortunately I will not be listening to her dub of Kill la Kill. Yeah, like, there's something to be said for bad dubs, too. I specifically did a whole YouTube show about watching anime that I found beside a dumpster, and sometimes the dubs were interesting. Sometimes they were fucking great, though. Like, the voice actors deserved better than the show that they were in. Or the script that they were given, I guess, because who's to say if the show was good in Japanese? You know, like the dubs of UFO Tables, Fate Stay Night? Mm. Can I judge something with no true sin? Gonna put that on my list of badass things to say. Yeah, I don't know how many episodes of Kamen Rider 01 we're gonna get through on Friday, but, you know, I'll get through a few of them. Being too straight? Yeah. No, the biggest thing that I respect out of localization is just making things make sense in context. Because, like, I know a decent amount of Japanese culture, so I can get some of the stuff when it's, like, not translated. Like, sorry, when it's not localized. But the general audience is gonna have a tough time with that, right? The truth is out there, though you were my best friend, to live in exile. Dandy. So yeah, every time we do an instant kill with Slayer, there's gonna be a haiku. Yeah, Dizzy's the ultimate weapon. Good thing she's married to Kai. And also nice. I fucking love Baiken's design. Like, the pink ponytail, top tier. The complete outfit, top tier. The eye patch, top tier. The fact that she replaced her arm with a grappling hook is super cool, so. Francis Drake beats her? No, that's... Francis Drake is pretty good. I'd say that Francis Drake is the Baiken of, Fate. Easily. And yeah, unfortunately, like, I'm not watching a lot of anime right now, so I don't know a lot about what's happening in the anime world. So fascinating. I have checkmate in 2 moves. A short vacation. Done. Also, this defeat pose kind of sells her to certain groups of people. Human arm over... human arm is less than grappling hook. Tell that to the Bionic Commando reboot, where his arm was, spoiler alert, his wife all along. They turned his wife into his bionic arm. Yeah, if... Like, I completely get replacing certain slang with relevant slang of its time. You know, Fucking sus has been around for longer than Among Us, so it's not like that's, like, memeing. But when you do it, like, when you actually do it in bad faith, it's kind of a dick move, because you're actively going against the ability to get it popularized in the West. And in the end, like, as a translator, why would you fucking do that? God, Leo. Lay off. Thank you. Oh, so glad to see you, Paragamer. Man, Leo Whitefang also looks super cool in Strive. And they got Sojiro back to voice him. If I ever went to translation, I think I would try to do my best to, you know, localize it so a wider variety of people could get into it. You know, preserve the original, but make it, like, relatable. Oh no! Oh no, he grabbed! Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing to do. Alright, Chip. Bye. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I haven't had a rough couple of weeks, but it's come to a head and I'm getting over that hump. I did have a bit of a family emergency yesterday, and unfortunately my uncle passed away, and it was relatively sudden. Like, we were given 24 hours notice, but him and my aunt split, and he wasn't amazing to her recently, so I wasn't really close to him. So I'm doing fine, but it's sort of a bit of a, you know, it's sort of like in the back of your mind. Like, even though you weren't close to them, the fact that you know, knew them and now they're gone is kind of, it's a weird feeling. No, thanks justifies. I appreciate it. Distance between part 4 and 5 with censoring standard. God. See, I watch JoJo as it airs, so I never get the dub. I'm sure they're good. I'm sure that the censoring stand names is funny, but yeah, just the Japanese voices are what does it for me. Specifically because that's what I watched first, right? It's kind of like how, even though I don't particularly like the guy, Vic Mignogna will always be Ed Elric to me. Like, I can watch the Japanese version as much as I want, but that won't change the fact that it's always going to be Vic Mignogna. Oh, are you kidding me? Fucking Zipper Man? And, like, worse company? That's hilarious. When you know the originals. I'm so excited for part 6 and Flaccid Pancake. also known as Limp Bizkit. But I'm gonna watch part 6 as in Japanese, so. I'm actually really excited to see what they do with Bohemian Rhapsody. What they're going to do with, like, Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man. Oh, that's interesting. They brought this theme back for Strive. This is the theme that was playing in the lobby. Jotaro in Part 3 flashbacks has him look his age? Yeah. Instead of the meat wall that he was. I'll admit, I kind of like the transition between art styles. Like, how you could sort of see it, like, with the ending of Part 4. Right? Flaccid Pancake! They were legally not allowed to call it Limp Bizkit, so Flaccid Pancake. Oh, I'm really glad. One thing that I appreciate the most is when voice actors really just lean into enjoying their roles. And now I got to die. I'm going to die. I died. He is Joseph Joestar? Damn. Thank you, Zato. Carrie Walgren is Saber in Fate Stay Night? Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, it was kind of weird, because, I played the visual novel in Japanese, of course, but, I watched Unlimited Blade Works in English. Mostly because I couldn't be bothered to change it. It's gonna be interesting also to see Aaron Fitzgerald abdicate the role of Ramlethal in Strive. Like, it's not the same voice, which is I mean, fair, but it's interesting. There we go. Bryce Papenbrook, just fine, but neither VAs for Shiro should have done it for me. Sorry, have done it for you? Okay. I know it's a weird complaint, but Shiro sounds too much his age in English. Sorry, just got a message and I gotta look at it. Sorry about that. they couldn't get Liam O'Brien back as Archer. That's interesting. I mean, like, it's not unheard of for people just not to reprise their role, so. Could have been scheduling conflicts. Now, you know, I said that I wouldn't skip the credits, but we got a lot of arcade modes to do, so I'm just gonna do it now. We've heard NSFW so many times. And apparently I destroyed his Slayer. Alright, next is Melia. Because, let's see, how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3. I don't think we play as Leo, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we have 13 left to do before June 11th. Oops. There we go. In the Studio Dean Fate series, they do spoil Archer's chant, but for some reason they animated way too many left flaps. You just see Archer like he's a ventriloquist or something? Dang. I made an alternate of the chant to fit the flaps? That's good. One thing that I learned, just because I was part of the industry for a little bit, is that in a lot of video game, like, settings, they procedurally generate the mouth flaps. So they, like, make the lip placements for the phonemes, and then based on the recording, they assign the lip flaps, which saves a lot of time in animation. I had to animate, like, a talking animation. It was interesting. Alright, let's kill Saul. Wow, Saul, dude. Based on how Melia looked in the first game, you shouldn't be saying that. Tactical roll. Want anime hair physics in real life? Right? I wish my hair could stay styled like Yugi's, right? Alright, enough with your fucking volcanic viper. There we go. What? No, I refuse. I landed that, right? You saw that. I landed the instant kill. In the words of another Guilty Gear game, that is bullshit! Putting the Angie face on now. I mean, that's a good question. Can't she, like, will her hair to be better? Like, just vibrate her hair at a frequency that removes dirt and oil? There we go. I completely forgot how to do that from Exard's side. God, Venom, just fucking let me press this button, please. Thank you. That was very kind of you. I'm gonna win the old-fashioned way now, Venom. Venom just peck flexed his undershirt off, so maybe she could. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, exactly. Think she wears that license plate because she hits like a truck? What are her world's laws? I legitimately don't know how old Melia is. Ultrasonic hair washing? Exactly. Mind you, this is a world of magic. Like, magic science. So they might just have, like, a permanent shampoo. Johnny, please. You're supposed to be the supreme gentleman. You don't hit a lady. Wow, he's just effortlessly jumping over that. I shouldn't complain, though. Apparently, the AI in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid has gotten so good that it can, like, infinite death combo you now. So I'm impressed. I'm also impressed that I have failed every single time I've tried to use an instant kill with Melia. Just ain't happening. Leo, there's a reason that, like, you're only, like, co-king with Kai. I feel like maybe you got some issues to work out with your punishment policy. That steel cross attack is the bane of my soul character. Like, I can't get past that. I could probably try to jump over it, but that leaves me wide open. There we go. I hit with it once. So now we've learned that she can control individual follicles of her hair that are disconnected from her body. They can't kill you if you kill them first. Exactly. Also, nice to see you, Marcus. They definitely do need to get a new Zordon. Can we just, like, not have Zordon anymore? Like, in any future media? I feel like the age of Zordon is gone. Imagine what she could teach Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. What? Huh? I got super cool mode, I guess. Oh, I don't think I even liked Zordon as a kid, though. Oh, just something about head and jar. I liked Alpha better. At least he said I and had a body. Right? Marcus gets it. Well, that's unfortunate for Zordon, but... Oh, goddammit, Chip. He was so good. His essence wiped out most of the known universe clean of evil when he dispersed. That is... You know what? If it were for something else, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. But it's Power Rangers, so of course. Yeah, the motion blur that they used on Zordon also didn't help. See, Marcus, that's where you and Justifies are going to agree, and I'm going to disagree. The Power Rangers reboot movie was way better than it deserved to be. Oh, 100%. I fully admit. That's my opinion. I do not state that as fact, however, you know, it's my truth. Alright, Zato, you're gonna need to wait. Thank you. Thank you for whiffing that first attack so that I could recover from pouring tea. That might be a Paragamer. Like, I genuinely enjoyed myself watching that movie, but I think it's because, like, I thought it was gonna be trash. See, I think if it was its own Power Rangers, you know? Like, if Rita wasn't in it, and they were just their own team, I think that would have been acceptable. Like, I think it was a good Power Rangers movie, just not a good Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. That being said, whatever Hasbro's got planned with, like, time travel, I'm not on board with that. They have to really do something amazing. I mean, I kind of like the suits. I will fully admit, I have a replica of the reboot movie Power Rangers, like the Red Ranger's helmet. Like a I can wear it replica. Oh, see, I didn't like the Megazord. That was one of the things that I didn't like about the movie. I mean, justifies based on DVD and Blu-ray sales. You hate a lot of people. Because, if I remember correctly, it did not do very well in theaters, but it destroyed in home sales. Just realized that the second pair of glasses that I lost, it's under the table right now. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that theaters are declining. I like the experience. Not necessarily like the cost of it. I just like, you know, picking out your seat and then sending some, like, a group of friends to go out for snackies while you save the seats. Then watching the previews and being like, oh yeah, that looks good, or like, oh fuck, who wants to watch that? Why are they even advertising it? But yeah, like, fuck. I'd also only go to movie theaters on Tuesdays, because that's when, like, movie tickets were a fraction of the price. Yeah, Slayer's kind of a dick. I mean, he's an immortal vampire who has an immense amount of power, and he's bored. But that's a reason, not an excuse. Oh, see, my experience was getting in good with the person who checks for snacks, and them just letting you go through with whatever. Oh, that's interesting. Her dust attack is a dodge. There we go. Oh, 100% justifies. Though he's one of the few English-voiced video game characters with an actual, like, Scottish accent. Yeah, I wonder what it could be. I mean, he probably uses the blood of that one girl that he brings to every fight. Girl, I feel ya. やっと理解できた。結局私にとっての普通は組織にしかないのだと。私の魂が帰ってきたと感じられるのはそこしかない。それがたとえ忌むべき場所であったとしても、そこで関わった人、 Everyone is equal in ass kicking. Or getting their ass kicked. War is rated E for everyone. Alright, Smokey, I'm gonna pull off one of your mats, and you gotta promise not to fuck with me, okay? 3, 2, 1. That... God. I don't know what that hat's called, but you're right, like, it's good. Because it's not that Russian winter cap that lots of anime girls wear. It's a different version of that. Hey, let's take... No, it might be, actually. Yeah, Smokey was a good cat. Yeah, I don't know what he's gotten into, but he's getting some mats, and I need to take care of that. Who's next? Venom. I mean, shit. I could just take care of the rest of the Assassin's Guild by finishing up with Zato after this. Oh, time to hydrate. Thanks, Ashen Hunter. And glad to see you're here, Ashen Hunter. Oh yeah, Amelia looks fucking odd. I'm glad that they changed it. What do you guys think? Should we do one more arcade mode before we get to an episode of story? Like after Venom? Because I'm trying to knock as many of these out as I can. Honestly, I think this is the better format because all this stuff happens before the story mode. What do you call an evil cat? A catastrophe. Huh. So I gotta get nommed on the chin by his own cat on stream once? Oof. Smokey wouldn't do that to me. My other cat, Chester, though. Absolutely. Alright, time to kill May. Oh man, so they released a preview of the rest of the character themes for Guilty Gear Strive, and May's theme is an absolute banger. I wish that there was a way for me to get the physical copy of the soundtrack for Strive, because... God. He's the, secret 5th Pillar Man. Are you at least enjoying it, though? Because, I mean, I know that you like dogs better than most people, so... Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's a teleport ball. Right. Venom's the guy who I suck as because he needs planning. No! There we go. Oh, that's good. Justifies. Oh, Mark. See, the fact that she just hit me with a pink whale is the reason she belongs with these suckers. She's friends with all the sea animals. She's got Mr. Dolphin, and Mr. Otter, and Mr. Whale. And I fucking hate all of them because they really hurt me and mess me up. That's only because I don't play as May. Alright, well, fight against yourself while I fight you, and then that way we can both win. I just love how Ishiwatari was like, you know what would be a fun way to fight? Billiards. Oh, man. I'm coming after you, Dizzy. Okay, well, I fucked up and put you in a ball, and that's why my instant kill didn't connect. So that's on me. I'll just finish you off the old-fashioned way. Unless you finish me off first. There we go. Oh, that's really cool, actually, Justifies. He's even doing like a JoJo pose in his victory stance. Like he's specifically doing a Jotaro point, but slightly modified. Listen, it's okay to feel things when you play Guilty Gear, or when you watch Guilty Gear. The characters are designed that way. She was just defeated by a man who wields a really long pole. And his pole is longer than her husband's. You know, I'm kind of happy that Venom isn't in Strive, because Venom is scary to go up against if people are able to get their pool balls out. Nope, too far away. Ow. You'd really attack somebody with no meter like that? Wanna know why the paper bag Dr. Do's evil and striving? I do too! They didn't even talk about it in the story mode trailer. Yeah, Venom may as well just have a charm skill. Give Venom a pole dance taunt, right? Yeah, Venom has a body that you could only wish to have. Like, you couldn't just grate cheese on that, on those abs. You can grind meat on there. You can have a full taco experience on those abs. Oh, time for a kitty chin scratch. Oh, who's my good little boy? Thanks for demon chin scratch, Marcus. I guess he had enough. Ah. Yeah, I mean, When your kingdom is called the Eastern Chip Kingdom, I think it would be hard to not be president. Oh, he's that cute, Justifies? So cute that you want to pinch those cheeks? Right? Like... Chip's the anti-Leo. Plus he has Answer as his, like, manservant. Kaji Tang? Maybe. Hey Google, who voices Venom in Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator? So it's Junichi Sawabe. Damn it. Answer, you jumped over. There we go. Well, there you go. Make playable player characters for each character. Oh, that would be a challenge. I would have to do it in 3.5 though. I would not be able to do it in 5e. So you're actively telling me to have a bad time of it, Marcus. I see what you're doing there. Just making player characters that I could never play as because... Number one, I'm not going to be able to convince somebody to play 4E. And number two, fuck 4E. Oh, he voiced characters in X8? That's cool. Oh, that's interesting. Man, isn't it crazy that we're getting X8 content and Ghost content in 2021? Like, we got Kamen Rider the Presidents, and we also got the Ghost Saber crossover. And it's like, you're spoiling us. It's kind of like with Pathfinder 2, where it's like, why did you decide to focus on combat so much in a role-playing game? Yeah, I'm so happy that they're giving us X8 content and Ghost content in 2021. Like, even though it's Reiwa, they're still doing stuff with their Heisei characters. Canada Rangers. Oh, Kamen Rider the Presidents. The one where, I mean, I won't spoil it, but, like, it has Genom and, Amatsugai. Sorry, Kuroto Dan and, Amatsugai. Yeah, it's the same vein as Kamen Rider Brain, where it started out as an April Fool's joke, and then a year later they decided to just do it. Cautious win. I kicked her slightly and I win. George Washington and Abraham Lincoln in Ranger get-ups. Yeah, that's how it is. It's 3 Kamen Riders: George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and God, what was his name? Kennedy. There we go. As the main characters, and then Richard Nixon is the bad guy. Is there the belief that everyone is alive from Kamen Rider unless stated to be dead? Right? Like, I don't know. Trump is the easy bad guy, right? Maybe he's like the big bad guy that even Nixon is like, oh man, shit. I may be evil, but this guy. Kamen Rider 4 was the OVA that addressed how Inui is supposed to be dead. Yeah, right? He was both dead and alive until observed. Until Kamen Rider 4. I actually really enjoyed Kamen Rider 3. It was a good time. Slayer, I know it's in your name, but God. There we go. Once again, watching Haikyuu? Of course! I've been told Haikyuu is the, I have enough of bullshit, I just want to relax anime. Yeah, I was having a real stressful day that kind of came to a head yesterday. Like, sorry, at the end of the day. And I made some hot chocolate, and I just marathoned Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Sorry. Got a new meme in the meme chat. Yep, May theme is absolutely awesome. All women are queens, Slayer. Yeah, well, and like, you know, streaming is kind of therapeutic for me. Depending on my mental state. Like, I would not have streamed last night if there was a scheduled stream. But, you know, now that it's a day later, it's just... It's something good to do to keep my mind off things. One thing that I will never do, not only because I value the quality of my streams, but because I value my mental health, and you guys should too, is I'll never stream if I'm not up to it. You can be full well and sure that if I'm streaming, I'm down with what's going on. Also, where the fuck's Zato? There he is.
一度死して不完全な蘇生を受けたザト。彼の心は感動を忘れていた。しかし唯一衝動を揺り動かす存在ミリアのためにザトは自らが強くあることを求めていた。
付き合わせて悪いね。
お気になさらず。これは私にとっても意義のあることです。そして改めてご教示願いたい。
何をかね。
昔の私ならば基地に立って諦めない気持ちが劣勢を覆したこともありました。
That's called willpower, Zato.
今の私にそのような感情による身体への好影響は
That's because you lost your Green Lantern ring.
勝とうが負けようが
When you died, you gave up your position in the Corps, and then when you were resurrected, you just didn't get your ring back.
ですが代わりに今は 100% の完全なる力の出し方を知っている。
Besides, you got a friend. Eddie's like he's a cool dude.
なるほど。全問答というわけか。弟子が問い、師が学ぶ。面白くなりそうだ。
Oh, absolutely justifies God. I'm glad that the Guardians kind of, went away after a while. I don't know if they were back in Rebirth. I didn't read Rebirth, but yeah. I kind of like the idea of the rest of the Corps, though, because, like, the Blue Lanterns are just buffs. The Blue Lanterns are the White Mages. And I like the idea of Agent Orange, too. God, just let me. Mr. Dolphin, no! Why did you do this to me? Yeah, I stopped reading comics in general around DC Rebirth, and I think around the middle of Superior Spider-Man. Not because Superior Spider-Man was bad or anything, but because, like, I just was out of comics at that point. Also, I had a $250 tab that I had to pay for my pull box. So I was like, wow, if I'm spending this much on comics, maybe I should stop. Pink Lanterns are all female? Yeah, the Star Sapphires, I believe, are all female. Guy Gardner and Jon Stewart were temporarily part of the Oh, I didn't know that. Jon Stewart, that was... God. For the longest time, just for some reason, every time I pictured Jon Stewart, all I could think of was John Johns. I'm like, why am I thinking of Martian Manhunter? This is clearly a different guy. I really liked Kyle Rayner, though. He summoned Gurren Lagann once. Or I think he was just Gurren. I don't think he summoned both Gurren and Lagann. And I think one of the Marvel guys actually used Kamen Rider Wizard's magic circle in one of the comics, too. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy is garbage. I wasn't really into superheroes at the time, so I mean, I watched them, but I don't really remember them, you know? I enjoyed Andrew Garfield in the Amazing Spider-Man. movies. And that's... Oh, and sorry, and I think it was Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. Like, I think they both did a fantastic job in not-so-great movies. Oh, well, you know what? No. The first one, I think, was fun. But I think that they did a great job with what they were handed. I'm just simping for the Andrew Garfield, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and Spider-Man movie. Kyle Rayner just keeps getting done dirty. Yeah. Was Barry Allen a better... Sorry, did Barry Allen have a better successor? Oh, no, sorry, you're talking about Alan Scott and Wally West. Never mind. I get it. Never mind, I catch your drift. Honestly, I think that they could make an Alan Scott Green Lantern movie work if they just, you know, leaned into the camp. Bye, Faust. But yeah, like, when I think of Green Lantern, like, I enjoy Hal Jordan, but I think of Jon Stewart. I think out of all of them, like, he's my default Green Lantern. Oh yeah, where the Gold and Silver Ages were like the goofy ones, and then they took a bit of a turn. You know, in Silver Age, Superman could sneeze and blow away a galaxy, but now he punches Doomsday too hard and he gets a fist ache. Jay Garrick. All right, yeah. I forgot about Jay Garrick. You know, I want to use my instant kill on you, please. Thank you. Much obliged. Okay, I get it justifies. And you know what? I like DC's characters, but I don't like how comics have been for the last, like, few years. And it's not anything to do with, like, the writers or the illustrators. It's just how involved corporate gets in comics right now. Like, they have to make sure that everything's marketable, and that's at the detriment of all the people working on it. And then they're wrong about it being marketable. Like...
私は私をもって人に絶望し、私をもってそれを撤回しなければならない。故に、私は君に負けるわけにはいかない。
At the very least, right now, you know, I'm guaranteed to like anything that Gail Simone writes. So that's how I can usually pick a comic that I'm gonna enjoy. Voiced by Diaz Villa? Yeah. Excuse me. You forgot his most famous role. He is the Zeus Dopin's voice actor. She had a really good run of Birds of Prey, and, like, her run of Batgirl is probably my favorite. Like, just comic series. And then they made some bad choices with Batgirl by putting her in college and giving her an... Oof. Yeah. Apparently she has a few good runs of Deadpool, which I might want to check out. Oh. The master must defeat the protege.
これが訓練である以上、私は手を抜いたりはしない。面倒であれば付き合う必要もないぞ。
気遣いは無用よ。
ミリア、私はお前を守るために強くなる。その必要があるから。しかしお前は何のために戦う？
あなたと同じように、私も答えを探しているの。
戦いの中で答えを探す。
As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that Zato actually wears is belts and boots. Because that bodysuit does not count. He might be wearing a jockstrap. You know what? I'll give him that too. Actually, I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think that's actually one of the more popular ones. Like in my circle, I think the most popular Batgirl was Cassie Kane.
見事だ。時を経てお前の技はますます冴えている。
ご丁寧な社交辞令、痛み入るわ。気遣いは無用と言ったはずだけど。
I just have a soft spot for Barbara Gordon. But I will acknowledge that Cassandra Cain is the better.
人の感情を失った私が唯一感じ取れる熱。それはお前を守るという動機。
Just like Batman? Any particular reason? Just... Is it because he fucks bats? It's because he fucks bats, right?
自分を証明する価値が己の命以外にあるんだ。そうか。それは私も同じではないか。ならば、これ以上は言うまい。
Yeah. Batman can be interesting if you don't write him as the guy who can do literally everything without having to, like, show anything for it. Batman can be formulaic if he doesn't have a good writer.
ただその命を守ります。
君は感動を失った運命を不幸だと思うかね。それともそのたった一つの理由で生きることに満足できるのかね。
満足というものは分かりません。しかし不幸でもありません。少なくともあの暗闇にいた時よりは、そしてスレイヤー卿、あなたならわかるはずだ。
My favorite Batman is Terry McGinnis, but that's just because Batman Beyond is really good, and old Bruce Wayne kicks ass.
不幸ではないでしょうか。
問答の答えを得られるかもしれんな。
Let's rock! Oh, hey, neat. Can't be effective as Batman unless he's... yeah. I don't think that that's a good take on Batman at all. No! I'm just gonna go over here, and thank you.
驚いたね。最後の一瞬は間違いなく私を圧倒した。
I think I'm in, like, the small majority who really enjoyed Red Hood and the Outlaws. But I enjoyed it until Starfire left. Once Starfire was gone, then it wasn't my thing.
君は何かを見つけたかのように見えたが。
なんでしょうね。ええ、そう。矛盾です。
矛盾？
この戦いで 100% の力で勝てない相手に 100% という単位は意味がないと気づきました。だからあなたには勝てないと結論した。しかし
Yeah, I'll admit that the Starfire was kind of but like when she left, that was the point where I didn't really enjoy it anymore. It wasn't specifically because I was into how they did Starfire, it's just that's the point where I dropped.
面白い。いいかね、佐藤君。そんなことは普通の人間ならば考えるまでもないことだ。しかし君は全知を得たかのように見えて、まるで再び赤子に戻ったかのようだ。自らを満たすたった一つか。君は悠久の時に生きる者にとって希望となるかもしれない。
The greatest hero is Squirrel Girl, and you can't tell me otherwise. Thank you. Squirrel Girl cannot lose. And that's because she's a gag character, and she doesn't count against other heroes. That's like saying the strongest Dragon Ball character is Arale. Okay, now that we've beaten like a good chunk of arcade mode. Whoops. I went one too far. Let's pull from the gacha. Let's see if I can get some SSRs. I don't think that there are any in the game, so it's gonna be hard, but... Got some figures, got some emoticons, got some character colors. Whoops. Let's do an episode of story mode, now that we've finished the assassin's story. Alright, sit back, relax, let's watch the Guilty Gear anime.
聖戦。かつて人類は生体兵器ギアとの戦争で絶滅の危機に瀕した。辛酸をなめた末にかろうじて掴んだ勝利。その暗い歴史から立ち直るため。
Oh, I completely agree, Justifies. God. Under the Red Hood was such a great take on Jason Todd that, like... I mean, I bought the Blu-ray.
なぜ人類を襲ったのか。その真実を知る者は一人しかいない。ギアを作った者以外に。ベッドマンとの戦いの果て、行動を封じられていた彼は、世の中の異変に気づいていた。
バックヤード上の崩壊に揺らぎが生じている。絶対確定世界開闢までの時間が迫ってきているのか。しかしまずいな。このローは想像以上に手強い。
ギアメーカー苦戦しているな。やはり一人では先日のようなブラックホール作戦も使えんか。
Cronus, the only surviving member of the bad guys from Exard-san.
数世紀かけて完成された技術は伊達じゃないだろう。
ああ、大した難問だ。ベッドマンという少年がこの法律を
Yeah,
使
I
え
mean,
たこともね。
sometimes a reboot can be better than the original. Just
たとえバックヤード内であったとしても
that's how it works.
不正使用は不可能だ。
ということ。
ああ、これで敵の正体がはっ
If you
きり
keep telling the same story, it gets boring. But if you tell the story better than the original, then I'm all for it. Well, thank you, Cronus. You just set us up for Guilty Gear Strive.
ありがとう。苦労したかい？ここを見つけるのは。
大したことはない。これからお前がする苦労に比べればな。今度こそ人類とギアの血の歴史に
Oh, God
完全な
justifies.
決着をつけねばならない。となれば、お前はあのソルバット街に全てを話す
Well, I mean, they
必
could
要
call
があ
him
る。
Iska, but they've kind of got a thing going with that man, so they're not going to abandon it anytime soon.
できずに過ごしてきた。正直怖いな。恨まれていればフレデリックとつながっていられると思ってきた。ちゃんと説明できるかな。
修士論文よりは簡単なはずだ。
論文に友達を失う覚悟は必要ないだろう。
人類の歴史上最悪の大罪人と呼ばれるお前がこんな表情を見せる人間だと知ったら人々はどう思うだろうな。我々の死がなぜお前に種を託したのか分かったような気がする。
Whoa, I didn't think that this was going to get 18 plus.
私は多くの人命を奪った。人類の未来を救いたくてだ。今でもその考えが間違いだったとは思っていない。だが少なくとも運命は
His thoughts and
私
mind
に
were unclouded. They were only of justice.
全てをお前に託すほかない。慈悲なき啓示を止めてくれ。
なんかが起こる。こっちも。
Yeah, well, something's going to happen.
ダメだ。このままじゃダメだ。
Yeah, I wish they just keep him as C, because that seems to be their favorite. Or at least the one that they work hardest at making work.
世界自身が乱れている。間違いないのだな。
そうだ。コロニーの住人は遥か遠方の異変に反応していた。
それを聞いて安心した。どうやらそれがしの見立てと同じようだ。調律の対象が一つならば時間の問題はない。あとは章を持って代をなせばいい。あの出前娘のおかげだな。
出前娘？
いや、なんでもない。時間稼ぎの件は引き受けた。
頼んだ。
さて、章を持ってとは言ったも
Oh, that's unfortunate.
あんたか。コロニーの皆を守ってくれてるってやつは。
ウノは
コロニーの住人だ。このチビに呼ばれてきた。
コロニーの住人にしては健常に見えるが。
一時期ここを離れていた連中には何の変化も起きていない。俺もその一人だ。
医者の言っていた通りだな。
あんたなら里の皆を助けられるのか。
我が身に変えても。
ついてきな。
Yeah, but I can just, she has a way, you know? That's just her energy. It just so happens that you can poke an eye out with her energy.
ご神木だ。苗木の頃からここの住人が気を練り込んで育てた神聖な場所だ。イルリアの人間も入れない。こいつの霊力ならあんたの仕事を手伝えるんじゃないか。
なんと見事な。確かにこれならばそれがしの力を何倍にも増幅できる。
ねえ、すごいでしょ。
待ちな。よそもんにこの場所を預けるからには確認しておきたい。
え？
その昔ジャスティスは俺たちジャパニーズを狙って攻撃を仕掛けた。あんたの国の同胞はそのとばっちり。
So yeah, Baiken and Mei are Japanese, but Kumha-hyun is Korean.
ギリか。この鎖はな、一つ一つすべて違う国で手に入れた。だが石の種類はすべて同じ。はるか大昔にはたった一つだった岩塊が長い年月を経てさまざまな国へと散らばったという。それがしはそれを鎖でつなげた。
Oh, absolutely justifies. Like, they had to get sent into protective colonies.
ロシア、モンゴル、イスラエル、中国、スペイン、アメリカ。そして今となってはどうしても入手がかなわぬ一つ。それをそこのメイン。
Oh, right. May gave them an anchor. So now they have, like, Japan. That's cute.
挨拶が遅れちまったな。俺はバイケン。剣には多少覚えがある。チビから話は聞いた。こいつはうさんくさい連中の計画だってな。だからあんたの背中は命に変えても俺が守る。
I'll be honest. Baiken is how Arena would look if she was competent. Oh god. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep going. Can I, here. There we go. Alright, next is Axel, I believe, right? Axel, then Salt, yeah. I mean, you got something going there, Justifies. The President of the United States right now, President Vernon, he kinda sucks. A lot.
もう一度イノに会わなきゃ。あの人は自由に時間旅行ができると言った。しかもそこに他者を送り込めると。となれば、俺が元の時代に戻ることだってできるはずなんだ。でも、どうすりゃいい？どうやったらもう一度あの人に会えるんだ？
Well, actually, didn't, I think Shinzo Abe, did abdicate, but then one of his lackeys took the prime ministership recently. I still can't believe, like... I still can't believe his, like, hey guys, you need to start fucking speeches were a thing. Like, God. Doesn't count when you have a puppet? No, that's fair. There's a song in here called Be Just or Be Dead. And honestly, that's like a fucking banger of a song title. Okay. Let's just get a hang on what Axel can do. I said, let's get a hang on what Axel can do, Kai. Not giving me a good chance to do that. There we go. Yeah, America isn't gonna run out of people. If you think that you're in a birthing crisis, maybe try to solve the problem that prevents people from wanting to, you know, have kids. I mean, God, I'm not even gonna think about having kids until, like, I can actually think about owning my own house. Okay, so back to front does something. Doesn't do much from that distance, but it does something. Okay, Potemkin. You're going to get... I can't instantly kill him. There we go. It should have said cautious victory, because I was actually being cautious. There is a robot in his family tree. Interesting. I kind of get that feeling with Slayer Justifies, where he's like, he's one of the admins of the evil group, and then you know, he transforms into something crazy, but this is like his human form. Like, I could absolutely see Slayer being aggrieved. Excuse you, Axel. I think Jonathan Joestar has something to talk about. The Bat Fangire of Kiva looks rad. I think if you're going to make a Fangire that looks the best, you would have to go with Bat, right? Like, it would be a disservice to half-ass the Bat Fangire.
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's rock.
Yeah. I'll admit, I really liked Evil as a villain, just throughout the series. He just wanted to fuck shit up. He had no, like... I mean, he didn't have, like, a great big plan or anything. He just wanted to fuck shit up. Build's definitely one of the seasons that I'd tell people to start with. Oh, Justifies. I skipped the Build New Worlds movies. I wanted Build to end where it did. Man, I'm being halfway competent with Axel. Oof. You know, I kind of want to get a new couch, because, I mean, I've been using this one for more than a decade. And, the springs aren't what they used to be. But, you know, I'm going to be moving out soon, so there's no reason for me to get a new couch. To take a look at Cross Evil? I think I remember him, but I'll double check just in case once this fight's over. Because it's not like I haven't seen pictures, I just haven't watched the movies. Alright, Saul. No, Saul! Bad! Bad boy! You're being a real junkyard dog to me right now. Yeah, that is kind of weird, Justifies. I mean, I guess if Gentaro can get the Forza driver back, even though it was in a volcano, anything's possible. I'm still riding the train of how Pine Arms is Gaim's true final form. I know it's a joke, but it's a joke that I'm going to keep running with.
何あんたどうしてこんなところに？
いや、それが俺にも全くわからないんだけどさ、なんとなくわかるっていうかさ。はあ？それでさ、しつこいようで悪いけど、俺を元の時代に戻してほしいんだ。
ああ、その件はちょっと待って。今それどころじゃないのよ。
頼むよ。もう他に頼れる人がいないんだ。
本当にうぜえな。マジで黙らせるか。
Listen, Axel, Ino just found out that she's not even a real person, but a manifestation of the world's desire to have a bright future. She can't be bothered with your bullshit of wanting to go back to 1998. What's there even to want back in 1998 besides the original Guilty Gear coming out? I mean, like, fuck. Hey Google, what cool stuff happened in 1998? So, Monica Lewinsky happened in 1998. Yeah, thanks.
できないよ。
え？
正確にはあんただけは戻すことはできない。
それって一体どういうことだよ。
あんたが戻れる元の時代はこの世界の記録に。
Yeah, it was a weird choice, Justifies.
私と同じ過去と未来を失った放浪者。つまりぶっちゃけよくわからない。
何の話
Alright, let's kick Jacko's ass. Oh man, with a username like that, I think they were definitely gonna be up to trouble. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird shift.
なんだかわからないけど、あの子を捕まえればいいんだな。なら手伝うからさ。うまくいったら続きを話してくれよ。
Heaven or hell, duel, one, let's rock.
It's a case where the super form looks better than the final form? Okay. Well, like, I've seen the form, so... I'll admit, never seen Gaim, absolutely love Zangetsu. I'm glad that he got Kachidoki arms. Jacko, please! Wow, I didn't even need my instant kill.
はい、そこ動かないとね。あと乱暴してメンゴね。どう？ほら、俺様かなり活躍したんじゃない？
悪くないね。目を離すんじゃないよ。
アクセル君、多分今は君の知りたいことを全部聞けないよ。
え？
イノちゃんだって全部は知らないでしょ。自分のことだってよく分かってないんだし、彼は意地悪だから多分イノちゃんにも話してないよね。
何言ってんだてめえ。
しょうがないな。
何をした？ 何を見せやがった。なんだこの美女は。私が。
Yep, this is where Ino finds out that she's
そうだよ。それが君の正体。同時にこの世界のエラーであり、特別な存在。そしてアクセル・ロー。あなたも同じ。
え、何のこと？
あなたは本来この世界の住人ではないのよ。あり得たはずの破棄された未来の暫定生命。
a possibility spun of a broken future. His existence in a nutshell.
イノという固有 ID とあなたの ID は本当にどうしようもない馬鹿げた奇跡の確率で重複してしまった。そのためあらゆるイレギュラーな権限を与えられたイノと同様にあなたもイレギュラーの対象となって招かれた。でもそれは例えるならチェスの盤面に将棋の駒が紛れたような状態なの。あなたはこの世のルールを曲げる可能性がある。
Had the potential to seriously disrupt this world.
世界を崩壊させ
You
かね
could
ない。
destroy everything if you really wanted
慈
to.
悲なき啓示もあなたに
That's why Ariel's fears Axel.
この世界の人間じゃない。
Axel, secretly the most powerful character in Guilty Gear.
何が何だかわけわかんねえよ。結局俺は元の世界に帰れないってことか。
あり得る未来へアクセスできるあなたにはまだわずかながら可能性があるわ。だが
Axel Low
あなたがイレギュラーな力を
is
この現世
Kamen Rider
数えた未来として
Decade and Geo.
なんだよそれ。
He has the powers of time and space combined.
俺はどうすりゃいいんだ。どんな選択をしても何かから逃げるようにしかならないし。
別にいいだろ、逃げたって。
え？
今までだって散々逃げて
Technically, Oma Geo is that too? Yeah.
多くの可能性を見捨てて
There we go. Axel Low, Oma Geo. They rhyme, so
そんな。
there you go.
わかるんだ。
わかるんだよ。時間を巻き戻して誰かを助ける。ありがとうっていう笑顔。最初はそれで満足したはずだ。だけどそんなことを繰り返していると助けた相手の笑顔と過去に苦しんでいたそいつが同じ人間には思えなくなってくる。そんな目で世界を見渡した時、それは全部自分の作り出したフィクションに見える。そしてそこに生きる価値を見失う。だから何かを巻き戻すことをやめる。
あんた。
私は行くよ。こうなったらそのイレギュラーな力ってやつの使い道を考える方が楽しそうだ。いつかもっとずるい生き方がしたくなったら会いに来な。次はもう少し歓迎してやるよ。
This just in. Axel Low was offered sex by Ino. Ino, technically being a manifestation of the world, has allowed Axel Low to literally fuck the world. Which, technically, he can because of his powers, so... Decay, Geo, and the 10th Reiwa Rider are just gonna keep gaining the powers of main riders throughout the years. Yeah, I can see that.
Story.
I think it would have been fun to just, like, instead of making a new rider, just keep bringing Inoue back every 10 years. That definitely wouldn't be a marketable idea, but it would be a really fun one.
パラダイムたちが動き始めた。仕組みに気づいたな。私もそろそろかな。どうしたエルフェルト？顔色が悪いぞ。言っ 体どうしたんだ。こんな気分のいいところはそうそうないだろ。私も気に入っている。娘にも会えるし、本来の自分に戻れる。
Okay, now we're... Oh god.
何を始めるの？
We are getting into Ragyo, Kiryu, and Mommy territory, where that... You don't go there.
お願い。もうそんなことやめて。
やめる。そっか。なら寝てよっか。それもいいんだけど、どっちみちあいつらは滅んじゃうじゃん。せっかく最高の舞台を用意してんのに見過ごすのはもったいないじゃん。
どうしてこんなことを？
エルフェルト、エルフェルト。知らないかもしれないけど、私は我慢強い。生まれてくる。
Catch you later, Ashen.
我慢しかしてないの。誓っていい。
Glad you could join us.
そんなこと。確固たる目的を持って生まれ、未だにその夢は叶ってないの。
Yeah, the pink was better, but she changed her look because she was captured by aerials.
この仮面かぶってきたの。私にママがいたらそれはもう我慢強い子ねって言ってたくさんお小遣いをくれるに違いない。でもその私がね、なんでどうしてってそんな会話にはいい加減しびれを切らしてきちゃった。
Got the RE5 Jill treatment? Yep, pretty much.
私たちは話し合える、歩み寄れるはずでしょ。
でも完璧な明日を迎えることはできないじゃん。
Dye her hair blonde to mess with Chris.
人形は皆何らかの明日を求めてる。今日という日を脱却するための明日、今日と変わらない不変の明日、未知の可能性を託す希望の明日。でも人形は組織的社会構造の中で生きる限りこの見解を統一できない。いや、しないの。だから
Man, they must have had a lot of fun with the camera angles in this scene.
気づかない。私は誰もが望む明日を完成させる。
ならそれを伝えれば済むことでしょ。
ああ、目玉焼きを焼きすぎたことは？
I think Saint Maximus has been playing a bit too much SMT.
焦がしたことはないか？でもその日に限ってどうしても半熟のとろっとした卵が食べたかったわ。作り直すしかない。
人間が一体何を？
人形エルフェルト。かわいい首は我ながらいいセンス。だがそうだな、奴らは頑張った。よく頑張ったよ。数百万年も生存して制圧して繁栄しちゃった。
There's a but coming at the end of that sentence.
だからね、
There we go.
最後はね、滅びんの。生物として当たり前。
あなただって同類でしょ。
私が死を恐れているように見える？そんなまともに見えちゃう。お前にもそろそろ覚悟を決めてもらう。まずはその未練を断ち切らないとな。
Oh, hello.
この人たちは
ファランクス9、西欧直属の最強衛兵隊だ。この世で最も忠誠心が高い。
Oh, she fucked with their minds.
今はもっと高い。ああ、忠誠心はいいぞ。どこに持って行っても手荷物検査に引っかかんないの。そして
And also, she has a kid.
何をするつもり？
なんだろうね。
Is she gonna kill that kid in front of Elle? That's not very cash money of you, Ariels.
じゃあ皆さん。
She kind of does, doesn't she, Justifies?
カテゴリー2以上のエリアを列挙していきます。対象は発見次第、近隣の兵士に保護を任せ、安全なエリアを確認した後に避難誘導をお願いします。
周囲にカテゴリー2以下のエリアがなかった場合はどうしたら？
その時は最もリスクの少ないカテゴリーを優先してください。距離は二の次で構いません。その声、もしかして君は傘下の新しく窓口担当になった？
はい。
参ったな。ランディに10ドル払わないと。
何が始まるの？
パスポート信号を追い、危険地帯にいるジャパニーズを保護するのだ。幸い彼らの行動範囲は国内に限定されている。シンとラム殿は現地に敵影が確認された時手伝ってもらいたい。
そういうのなら任せとけ。
随分とアナログだね。自動で検出するシステムはないの？
次からな。稟議書は書いた。
よし、各自持ち場に着いたか。
では
Yeah.
都市単位から絞り込みます。
Sen's a good boy.
モデナ、
クリア。
テルニ、クリア。モルフェッタ、
クリア。
スカンディーバ、
クリ。待ってください。1名見つかりました。
市街地だぞ。
Maybe it's because he had to hang out with Saul that he learned to not be an asshole.
はい。それが信号がもう一つあります。
本当だ。これは識別 ID。
なんだと？一体何者だ？
Saul was a good dad to send. Hopefully Kai can actually be a good dad too.
ID 照合できました。対象は嘘。そんな。
なんだ、はっきり報告しろ。
対象はエルフェルト。エルフェルト・バレンタインです。
エルフェルトだと。
こんなことあると思う？パラダイムがあれほど探していたのに。
Ah, that's fair.
じゃあ何？カカシ？
カカシは一人で出歩いたりはしない。その点にお前より利口だ。お待ちしておりました。
遅れてすまない。敵は何か始める気だ。我々も行動を起こそう。
Technically, I'm the last of my father's side that can carry on the family name biologically. Because all my dad has are sisters, which they changed their names when they married. But my brother is gay, so I mean, he's just gonna adopt if he ever decides. Which means I'm literally the last person with my dad's last name. I can actually say my family line ends with me if I wanted to. And technically, I'm just trying to think if there's any... Yep, no, my mom's side as well, because we hyphenated my last name. And my mom's sisters changed their names. And her brother passed away. So, Yeah, both my family lines end with me, so I choose. Well, should I choose? Or, the equally scary, I might... Like, I can choose which line ends, depending on which last name I put forward. I have a lot of power. If a bloodline dies out, it's like they never existed. Dang. Alright. So, as of Melia, we had 13 left. We just did, we did Melia, Zato, and Axel. So that means we should have 10 arcade modes left. And we have a couple of days to do it. Switch up Saturday from Pokemon to 2 sessions of Guilty Gear? Well, let's take a look at my... Let's take a look at my calendar. Because we have the 2nd, and we have the 9th. If I do 5 arcade modes for each day, we can finish the story. Like, no problem. I think, at worst, I'll do a Thursday stream if we can't finish up the story mode.
Resources, you have everything. Find what's lacking.
That being said, you know, I have choices for what to do on Saturday, because I don't necessarily have to go back to Pokemon Snap. Anything I feel like playing that, you know, doesn't carry over. If I wanted to, I could just have a whole session of playing Puzzle and Dragons. But we're not gonna do that. Play Misao. We'll see. I have a long list of games that I want to play on stream, so I think I want to tackle those first. Though, you know, I guess this is a quick thing, but now that my friends are moving away, I'll have Tuesdays free. So maybe we'll have a Tuesday stream coming up in the future. I'll test it out. And if it ends up being too much in a week for me, I'll just not do it. But you never know until you try. But yeah, on the docket, Saturday, we're going to be doing Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Snap, probably. Yep, time zone list as well. I was waiting until, like, my schedule was clear before I did that, just so I could plan it out properly. But I also need people to actually answer the time zone list. So I should probably make, like, a straw poll or something. Also, Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, there's going to be the Watch Party tab in the Discord. I have it set so that I can stream and I can talk, and everyone else can just watch, and we'll watch some Kamen Rider 01. It'll be fun. But until then, I will catch you guys later.